Good morning, Karen. It's Todd here from Total Home Inspection Services. Just completed the inspection at 70 Randwick. I'm going to take a few little videos and kind of stitch them together. As you can see, it's a cracking day here in Wellington. It's been raining most of the night. But yeah, so here we are, number 70. You'll probably find that this video puts things in a slightly better perspective than the photographs and such like that you may have seen on the Just Patterson website or Trade Me or NZ Property or wherever you've found the place. But it's fully fenced. The fence is in really good condition. The fence on the far side of the garage has got one broken post, but no major concerns. Garage looks like she's probably less than 10 years oldish, on a raised concrete slab. Super low risk construction. It'll be there for 100 years, no problem. We'll go around to the left of the home, do the grounds first. So yeah, the boundary fence is on a little bit of a lean that way. It's not the fence, I think it's the concrete nib that the fence is in, but that's okay, no probs. I've given it a good shake and it's not going anywhere. There is a big stack of paving stones, huge amounts of paving stones on both sides of the house. These pavers, so if you ever wanted to do some more landscaping, there's loads of those, but at the moment they look like they're just kind of ordered too many. Who knows? Anyway, there's the rest of them there. So anyway, back section. This deck here has been recently stained. I'd say the deck is actually quite old. I've had to replace a few sections of timber. But I'm 105 odd kilograms and I'm feeling pretty safe up on here. The timber subframe, it's all good. It's no probs. It's only low deck with no hand railing required. You get a gorgeous tree here in the backyard, and sort of nothing underneath it, no falling leaves, no nothing, but I imagine at certain times of the year you'll probably have stacks of leaves to clear anyway, and a garden shed. So I'll just tune out for a second. So exterior inspection, I'm going to start at the front door, which is kind of cool. There's a new roof of the whole house, including the porch area. This area has been recently reconstructed. That's pretty neat. Deadlock inside and out. The thing that you will notice the most when you have a close look at this place is the condition of the paintwork. The closer you look, the more it sort of is screaming out for a repaint. So I would be sort of addressing the exterior repainting probably sometime in the next sort of 12 months, so this summer preferably, or next summer I'd say at the latest. Otherwise you're going to start getting a bit of rot here and there. But to give you an idea, there's a weatherboard. I can sort of rub with my hand, and that's kind of the paint showing me that it's totally past its best. It's not really paint anymore, it's just a oxidization. So the whole house from front to back is screaming out for a repaint. That repaint is going to require a little bit of preparation, obviously, in areas like this, and there's no area that's worse than others, but you know, it's kind of pretty much wholesale everywhere you go. There's sort of significant paint aging. There's going to be a bit of, you know, resealing gaps and such like. A little bit of filling there in the past. So it is a relatively low risk design. Traditional design, eaves and such like. This area here that we're looking at is the kitchen sort of bathroom extension, possibly stuck on there after the house was built, maybe. It's hard to tell on the inside. That's the window in the report that the sill is poked. It's actually falling out. The whole windowsill is kaput. In a perfect world, there'd be scribers on this corner. What a scriber is this piece of timber. So, not that it's really weather prone or anything, but it'll just finish it off nicely. This set of doors. There's a few little workmanship flaws here and there, but the most remarkable thing about the exterior of the home is that it's just desperately due a repaint. This is the bathroom window. There's an isolated little section of rot there, purely due to the fact that the window hasn't been painted properly. I'm talking maybe the best part of 25 to 30 years at a guess. You should be painting your house every 10, so yeah, it looks a lot better than it is. I'm talking about the paintwork. Anyway, gas, hot water system, that tested okay. You should really run little beads of sealant around areas like that. More sort of paint deterioration, moss, such like. There is a drip off the edge of the fascia. It's pretty difficult to stop actually, so this is just something that you're going to have to deal with in the wetter months of the year. It's not uncommon for houses around this area to have very damp and boggy lawns in the winter. We're only talking a couple of months usually. And the other thing is, part of the repaint, some of the head flashings, pieces of tin that run across the top of the windows, are beginning to rust out. If I can zoom in on there. There you go. Alright. Possibly treatable, easy things to replace too. You know, you're probably only talking $20 or $30 for a new head flashing, and if you had them all measured up, a builder would be able to put new ones on the whole house in less than a day. So we're talking adding maybe $600 or $700 to the cost of repainting your house. Would involve replacing all the head flashings as well. Painter might decide that it's not worth replacing, but I was just talking about head flashings. A painter may decide that those flashings are even treatable with like a rust inhibitor. So anyway, and then we're back at the front door. The house has been built on a concrete ring foundation and raised well above the ground. One of the most problematic things homes of this era is that they were built too close to the ground, poorly ventilated and such like. But this home here is, the inside floor is about 400 mils off the ground, which is really, really great. The one thing that I haven't been able to do is get underneath the floor. I can't find an access anywhere through the perimeter, or on the inside. I'm sure there must be somewhere, because I'll do lap number 2. A plumber has been under there in recent times. There's been some significant upgrades to stormwater connections and control. I think they were probably done at about the same time as the garage was built at a guess. There's another downpipe here that comes down out of the lean-to roof, down, jets across there, underneath the floor, and I'll go all the way around the house. There's another one there, and there is evidence of an old that pops out into the garden down there, and it'll cut through the lawn down next to the garage. It'll pick up the garage downpipe, and a little cut in the footpath, and it comes out onto the street. So whereas possibly sort of 10 years ago there would have been quite a significant issue with sort of roof water being discharged to the ground. There's been some rather significant work to improve that in recent times. So anyway, that's my lot pretty much. The report contains a load of information on the interior, moisture scanning results and such like, but yeah, for the most part this house, she's rock solid. I'm not sure whether you can see or not, but part of what the inside information contains is that there is a little bit of a hump in the lounge floor, and also a little bit of a sag on the floor between the lounge and the bathroom. As far as I am sort of concerned, it's sort of well within acceptable range for the age. I'm just saying, if you glance down the weatherboard line at about there's a little bit of a wave, but you know, I'm talking gradual settlement over a number of years. So there's, as far as I'm concerned, no structural integrity issues. Humps and undulations are almost an expected part of a cottage of this era. So yeah, I'm now soaking wet, and I'm going to climb into my truck and go back to the office. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's a quick summary. The house exterior is screaming out for a repaint. The interior, sorry, I was interrupted by a phone call. Exterior repaint due. Has a great roof, foundations in good order. Interior, there's a few nicks and bumps and bruises, a few undulations in the floor, and the kitchen and bathroom are sort of starting to show their age. There's possibly some older wiring. I was actually unable to see any in the ceiling cavity, and I popped off a couple of power points and light sockets and were unable to see any old stuff. So just for peace of mind, I think it would pay to get an electrician in, or maybe contact the vendor through the agent just to check to see whether or not the place has been fully rewired or not. I haven't been able to see any older stuff, but there may be. So that might only cost you a few bucks, and you may be able to get the information directly from the agent anyway. So anyway, that's all good. I'm done. Yeah, over and out.